What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Women Can Wrestle. We have a lot to talk about today, so rather than do my usual rambly-ass intro, instead I'm going to kick it over to Wade, and he's going to tell you about a very exciting event we have coming up, and then we're going to get into everything that's going on with women's wrestling, Impact, and WWE. So, Wade, take it away.
All right. On May 29th, which is next Saturday, Battle Club Pro, an indie promotion I love, and Jess will be making her first appearance at. They are coming back to Ridgefield Park, 106 Bergen Ave, at the Phil Sheridan building. I always seem to mess this up. It's at the Phil Sheridan building. It's a 2-show, one-day event to crown the Battle Club Pro franchise champion. There's going to be 4 fatal 4-ways with 16 stars. And then at the end of the second show, we'll determine who will be the new champion at the end. If you'd like to buy tickets, they're available on brownpapertickets.com. We will leave a link in the description. If you're a VIP, there's a meet and greet with the current Icons champion, Tasha Steelz, and the current tag team champions, the Sea Stars. Can't wait for that. So that's going to be fun. If you'd like tickets, again, they're going to be in the description.
Yeah, so get your tickets, guys. It is going to be an exciting event. So sad I can't be there, but we will have Jess and Wade representing the WCW brand, and I know it's in good hands because they have such a passion for wrestling, and this event is just going to be off the chain. So, like Wade said, get your tickets down below. You do not want to miss this event. So, we're going to start out with the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions and go into the Impact Knockouts Championship match. But I'm going to let Wade take it away because I myself have only seen highlights of the Tag Team Championship match, and I don't have nearly as much to say about the shenanigans that took place.
Oh my God.
So I'll let. Matter of fact, Wade, we're gonna do this. Yeah, take it away. I'm gonna give you the big screen.
Do we have to give me the big screen?
No, you're good.
Okay, so at Under Siege this past Saturday.
It's okay. You can talk about it.
Goddamn Impact.
Only 2 of us were happy this weekend.
2 of you were happy this weekend. Well, Impact Knockout likes to tell me, and I say this on my other podcast I'm a part of, fuck your thoughts and predictions. We're going to just say fuck it and give the tag team titles back to the people who had them before. Okay, all jokes aside.
Yeah.
Tag team titles were on the line. Fire and Flavor, which is Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz, against Jordan Grace and a returning brand, actually not returning, she actually just signed, Rachel Ellering. It was a very good match. The whole storyline basically was that Fire and Flavor kept saying Jordan was the weakest link. Jordan's the weakest link. She can't get the job done. She's done this with so many other partners, and she's going to do the same thing again, and it's going to fail. What happened? Jordan ate the pin because Fire and Flavor took advantage of a situation, and that's what they do. By hook or by crook, they got the tag titles back. I understand it, but I just wish Jordan would have longer title reigns, especially with the Knockouts title. But I also want to kind of contradict myself a little bit because I said in the beginning when these tag titles were created, they can flip-flop between a lot of teams. It doesn't matter.
You did say that.
I did say that.
You did.
Myself in the ass.
It only is that.
And then
when it's not Jordan Grace. By the way, she did make fun of it a little bit, and she is now in history to have the shortest tag team title reign. She said, "What can I say? I make history." Yeah. So
history is history.
History is history. At least she takes it on the chin.
Yeah, you did say that. Like, you really did say hot potato. And now look at you, man.
Yeah, I'm
So what did you think of the match overall?
I thought the match was good. Impact Knockouts division, tag team division delivers a lot better than WWE's main roster tag team division, excluding NXT. NXT is thumbs up.
Yeah, NXT is
great match overall. All 4 women put in effort, did amazing things. Again, I want to see them run this back or even introduce other teams into the mix because you're starting to see with Impact other teams or little mini factions between the females developing to go after the fire and Flavor whenever they want. So good match overall. I give it like a 5 out of 5.
Okay, that's decent. And what did you think about the Ah, dang it, for the banner. What do you think about the knockouts championship match?
Okay, here's where I got a little bit excited because I said what was going to happen, and it still ended up happening. Deonna Purrazzo took on Jessica Havoc. Again, another favorite. She is a hardcore legend. When it comes
I love her.
Yeah, that name is great.
Not just because it's Jessica. I just love Havoc. I don't know.
Yeah,
she's great. I think Deonna is having one of the best runs with a women's championship right now. She's killing it, and this is her second run. She's had it since August of last year. So,
wow. Yeah.
She beat Jordan in a 30-minute Iron Woman match. And so far, she's been running through the gauntlet. They've given her every single knockout they could possibly throw at her.
Yeah.
And she keeps saying the same thing. I might as well change my name from the Virtuoso to the Prophet, because every time you give me somebody, I say I'm going to beat them, and I end up doing it. Basically, she's Roman Reigns right now.
Yeah.
Predicting what she's going to do, and it just happens. So this match was good. Havoc, again, I've always thought of her as a tag team wrestler at certain points because I loved her with Nevaeh, but she can show now that she's a single star and can go. So, again, it was a great match. Deonna got the one by hook or by crook. Still your knockouts champion.
And I'm happy for her, because, I feel like she didn't get the shine elsewhere that she should have gotten. And I feel like Impact is really good at taking the opportunity to give people to kind of flourish and, show what they're made of. So I'm really happy for her and what she's done over there at Impact. She's doing really, really great work at Impact. And I'm happy to see her flourish, because there's a lot of people who just don't understand what she's truly capable of. And we finally get to see it. We finally get to see what she's capable of.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Impact definitely delivered on all ends, as usual. We always expect Impact to deliver. Not to say they don't miss, but we kind of knew that this was going to be legit. So let's move on a little bit. There were some exciting things that happened in the world of WWE. So before we get into Backlash, let's go ahead and take a look at the Women's Tag Team Championship. Let's talk about it rather. Now, if we rewind to WrestleMania, Natty and Tamina won a tag team gauntlet with the opportunity to take on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They were unsuccessful and capturing the tag team titles the second night. But, they've been feuding ever since, and they've been building and building and building. Natty and Tamina have been wearing the same gear since WrestleMania over and over and over and over. And they finally changed their gear, and they finally won. So that might have been the key, guys. It might have been your gear. But we finally got to see Tamina and Natalya defeat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And what to me seemed like a quick match, but I felt like for the amount of times these teams have clashed, I felt like the timing, the length of time was appropriate. It did tell a proper story. We got Reginald ejected, and overall it was a really, decent match. I felt like it would have been better if we would have had a WrestleMania crowd behind them, but nonetheless, I am satisfied and pleased with, what they produced and what they came out with, because Tamina's story finally had a happy ending, and I loved it. What did you guys think of the tag team championship match?
I'm just glad that the big oof doesn't have the belt anymore, to be honest. She weighs Shayna down. I don't even love I like Shayna as a wrestler. I don't like the character Shayna, but I feel like Nia just brings her down. I know Nia has her fans out there, and I'm not trying to shit on her, but I don't find her exciting. I find her boring, and I find the storylines to just be reused over and over. Yeah. So I'm glad Tamina finally got hers. I know you were hype.
Yes. Oh, man.
You were so excited.
Not even the word. Not even the word. I've been a Tamina fan since she debuted with the Usos. Like, I love Tamina.
She deserved it, honestly. That video of her getting the plates put on, even I was like, oh, my heart.
Yeah. You know what made me mad about that? Not because you know what made me mad about that? Tamina and Natalya got their damn plates.
Oh my God.
On time, and Bianca did not.
Wait.
Wait. We can clarify this.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Okay. We were listening to a Rhea Ripley podcast on the way up to Jersey again, driving home, and Rhea was explaining it. Bianca took the belt home Saturday night after she won, and she did not come back Sunday. They didn't have any wrestlers there who weren't wrestling that night, unless they wanted to, I'm assuming. So she brought it home and had that party we saw on Instagram on Sunday, and she did not have to go back to the Thunderdome until Friday.
That's why she didn't have her place.
It's because she wanted it for her birthday party. So really, Bianca is not fault, but
I will forgive them then. Yeah, but they could have said, "Wait, Bianca, don't leave yet. Let me put the plates on real quick before you get in the car." You know, they could have.
They also Rhea also made a good point that her plates are the UK plates, her NXT UK plates. So they might have also not had them made yet.
Oh, okay, that might have been. Yeah, that's accurate. Too.
So I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I don't like Vince McMahon more than anybody else. What did you think?
What did you think of the match?
I mean, you guys are just killing it right now. I don't have to say much. I am very happy for Tamina because, like I told Jess going in when she first got into wrestling, I said, Tamina is just, she's like, oh, Tamina's cool. I was like, yeah, she's just there to eat the pin or get thrown out of the Rumble really quick. Or that's what she's there for. She's the vet who just plays her role very well. And I've always said one day Tamina's going to get something to do. We thought it was going to be last year when she went up against Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Yeah. Lo and behold, that didn't happen. It took a couple more months for her to finally get with a tag partner who's just as much as a vet as she is and finally get some gold around her waist. I don't know how long they're going to let them have it, but I'm very happy Tamina finally or with what's rumored to be happening tonight.
I don't want to talk about
we're not going to talk about that.
That's it.
But yeah, Tamina finally got the gold. And I want to bring up a very cool stat that I just learned. All three members of Team Bad have been tag team champions at some point. Or have held championships at some point.
Yeah. That is right. All of them. They're all champions.
All of them have been champions at one time or another. And one of the coolest moments, the minute Tamina won the belts and came backstage, Sasha FaceTimed her. Immediately.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Tamina posted it on her Twitter. And Sasha called her like crying and was so happy for her that she finally got the titles. And then the promo she cut. Did you guys see the promo she cut on Talking Smack?
I did.
Tears, man. Tears.
It was really emotional.
She was like, "This is for my family, for the fans."
I'm so glad. Her
kids. She was just like, and she's like, "Thank you, Natty, for pushing me and being there and being my support." It was
Natalya's a gem. Natalya. We don't talk about Natalya, even though I hate the whole to the crowd thing she does when she's.
She didn't do this match, so thank God.
Because there's no fucking crowd. That's the only reason she didn't
do it. She'll still do it.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing, Natty? Just put the sharpshooter on. Like, what are you doing?
You're not even doing it to the person who's legal.
Put the sharpshooter on. Get that beautiful ass discus clothesline.
I did love Tamina's gear though. We got Tamina's gear.
Yeah.
Natty's gear still sucks. I'm sorry. I hate her gear.
I like Natty's gear this time around. Why
can't they coordinate? Why can't they ever coordinate?
Because the minute you coordinate as a tag team, you lose your belts.
Yeah.
The Dirty Dogs have been doing.
That's why they lost their belts.
Oh my God. They did it for months. Whatever.
I love them. What I like about this whole situation with Tamina too is, if you notice on commentary, they're always talking her up like Tamina, the power of Tamina, the viciousness of Tamina. And I feel like if someone's that powerful, if someone's that vicious, why have they never held the title? So I feel like what this does for Tamina is it kind of solidifies her as what commentary has talked her up to be. You can't call someone all right, I don't know if you guys remember, there was an episode of SmackDown or a pay-per-view where I think it was like a battle royal, and Tamina was such a threat that all the girls jumped her at the start of the match because she was the biggest threat. I feel like if she is really that big of a threat, I feel like we need to start, booking people to be what the commentary team says they are. And I feel like this win will help Tamina get that kind of recognition. Although I would have wished that she would have won it with Nia Jax, because that's one thing I really enjoyed Tamina with Nia Jax.
Oh hell yeah!
I love them. I love those two together. But I feel like this whole third generation overlooked. Don't give up on your dreams no matter how long it takes. I feel like that was such a well placed story for both Natalya and Tamina, and I'm definitely happy for both of them. So let's move on to Backlash. Well, sorry, WrestleMania Backlash, which I don't fucking get. I don't understand it. I don't know if they were trying to piggyback off the WrestleMania name for a little while. Maybe the casual fans will see WrestleMania and click on it, I just think it's fucking stupid. It's Backlash.
I think they didn't want to pay to make new graphics.
Yeah.
I'm like, I said it to Wade. I was like, they just didn't want to pay a graphic designer or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just said, okay, write Backlash and we're just going to copy and paste.
They spent it on pyro.
Prop it in there.
Like we have the magnet. We can just go pull our I was there magnet and we can put Backlash under it. And I was at WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, all the leftover stuff. And they just threw the backlash on top of it. They spent it on pyro.
Clearance section next week on WWE
t-shirts.
All the WrestleMania shirts that didn't sell, but they just stamped Backlash on it with a Cricut machine.
They're on shop. They're on shop right now.
Oh my god!
WrestleMania Backlash. They're on the shop right now.
That is funny. WrestleMania Backlash, but yeah. There was I enjoyed this pay-per-view. We had two women's matches on the card.
Yes.
But we're only here to talk about the women's matches, so you guys can get into that on New Normal Wrestling on what's the Pop Network? What is it called?
The Fourth Wall.
Yeah, check that out. New Normal Wrestling.
Make it pop.
Make it pop. Let's go. Shameless plug. But we have two matches, and I want to get into the SmackDown Women's Championship match first. Bayley versus Bianca Belair, with Bianca in her first title defense for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. And I'll say this. I enjoyed Bianca's gear a lot more than her WrestleMania gear. It was like that weird Walmart pillow where you can kind of like roll your hand over it. And I loved it. I remember that she had that fabric in one of her YouTube videos, and I was like, she's going to use that soon. Watch.
Hasn't she worn that before in like a purple version? I swear to God, she's worn that same fabric in like a purple.
I know she's had a glitter version that was all over
glitter
version.
Maybe, but like that was my one gripe. I loved it. I loved that it was blue and gold. Because when she came out, I was like, "Is it purple?" Because she's worn that before.
Outfit repeater.
Like, no. Yeah, I was like outfit repeater, which like I don't care because we'll talk about it in a minute. That happens and it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm not Regina George. Like, calm down.
I can't see that's Bianca.
Yes, it is Bianca.
No, I like the gear. It matched the belt. She had the earrings with the title in it. I loved it.
I love those earrings.
I did not love Bayley's shirt. I didn't understand it.
I did.
Is it three sides of Bayley?
No, well, after the match was over, the artist who did it, they specifically did it for Bayley for that outfit. Okay. It was like a one-time thing, I guess.
Okay.
So they did it for her. It was a special type of thing. I'll share pictures of it on our Instagram, which you can follow.
Shit, I forgot the ticker. Okay, there you go.
WCW the podcast on Instagram.
It was good. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't understand it for the match. I don't know.
I feel what it was is it kind of goes back to what Bayley's promo on Friday was.
Yeah.
He's like, I look at you and I see what I used to be, and I am going to remind you need to change. Like he was trying to let Bianca know, like, the cookie cutter. Oh, I'm happy to be here. Oh, I got the title. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm here for the fans. Oh, my little ponytail. I did that already.
Okay.
I did that already.
That was Bayley.
It didn't get me anywhere.
Okay, fair.
Except the fans hating me and not liking me, so I had to change. Right. And look where I'm at now. Longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. Right. You can never take that from Bayley. So this match I feel had a way better story, even with a shorter amount of time, than the Raw Women's Championship match. I feel that way because it's more on the promo work. I know there wasn't a lot of action between it, but Bayley definitely let people know, like, listen, you're the flavor of the month. People are going to get tired of the EST and the whipping the hair.
See, and I haven't gotten that from these promos. All I get is Bayley laughing while Bianca's trying to talk. And
there's a hidden message to it.
But I'm not getting that in the promo work. And I'm not trying to argue with you. We're not arguing on this podcast. My thing is you had long-term storytelling with Raw, and you can't completely write that off just because you like Bayley and Bianca. And you are.
I do like.
You are, and I can tell you because you said earlier to me, no, Raw had a better story because of the long-term storytelling between Asuka and Charlotte and Rhea and Asuka. Three separate stories coming into one.
It feels like I'm being ganged on ever since talk about the Impact tag.
I met Rhea Ripley today. You can't stop me. Sorry, as you were
No,
saying.
but I do get what Jess is saying though. Like, and I get what you're saying as well. I feel like Bailey's laughing just kind of overdid it for me, but I also feel like we do get the whole I've been there before. I've been the headband wearing, fan pleasing role model, and where did it get me? It didn't get me anything. But when I changed to I was, that's when I do kind of see both sides of the coin with the Bailey Bianca kind of feud. One thing I will say though is I feel like Bianca and Bailey do definitely have some kind of magic together as far as like chemistry. I don't know what it is, but it just automatic, even more so than Bianca and Shayna, because I thought Bianca and Shayna put on good matches too. But I really enjoy the dynamics between Bianca and Bailey. Their styles work so well together. I would have loved to have seen now that we've seen Bianca versus Sasha 1-on-1. I would love to see a triple threat between Bianca, Bailey, and Sasha. That's what I want to see.
Last night when they were wrestling, I looked at Wade and I said, I want Sasha added to this and I want a triple threat. You've made
that's the one we want, not Charlotte.
You've made Rhea do a triple threat now. Make SmackDown do a triple threat. It's only fair.
Y'all dogged out Daniel Bryan. Charlotte Flair did the same damn thing.
And my issue, Bianca has not had to defend or wrestle half as many times as Rhea had since Mania.
Agreed.
That's true.
Here's the thing.
Why?
I have a theory to why.
It's not fair.
Bianca has been on the main roster for a year. Bianca has been putting in the work for a year. It's just that she's more developed with time, and Rhea's got to find her footing. But it sucks for Rhea. Here's the contradictory part. It sucks for Rhea because you keep giving her the same fucking opponents every week.
Yeah.
You give her Asuka so many times. They're like, hey, let's have Asuka and Rhea, even though it doesn't work chemistry-wise. Let's keep throwing it out until it works. Now, I know that sucks. The only thing that makes it suck is because the pandemic, and we would have had these at house shows, and they would have gotten accustomed to each other. Or by now.
They didn't have time.
They didn't have time. So I'm gonna say that's the reason why.
And what I like what you pointed out about Bianca, and I also think it's people know who Rhea is, but Bianca has been being built since the Mae Young Classic, the first one, and I feel like we're at a point where, not to say we've seen enough of Bianca, but we know who she is and what she's capable of. So they kind of have her like in the chamber ready to go for when they do need for her to wrestle. It sort of reminds me of the days like where in the Attitude Era, like Ruthless Aggression area, where the champion wouldn't wrestle, until it was really time to defend that belt. They didn't throw them in pointless tag team matches. They didn't throw them in, random one-offs. And what I like about this is it kind of preserves the specialness of Bianca Belair until it's time to go. And I think that's what they did in this match. I feel like there was some great spots. Bianca definitely got to show her power. And Powerhouse is normally boring, but something about Bianca, the way she does her Powerhouse movesets, I really enjoy it. And what I like about this too is we really got to see Bailey show some character from the stupid bell loser in the back of her head. Yeah. Like Bailey's a troll, man, and I just was loving every single moment of this, from Bianca's gear, from the spots to even the ending, which was a kind of a little mess up. I'll say I think that was on Bianca. It was on Bianca. Yeah.
Was she supposed to have her arm hooked in there too, or
her arm was supposed to be hooked in with the hair? The hair was supposed to be the advantage.
No, because it's not technically a pin now, right?
Because Bailey's other foot was out, so I think she was trying to hold both,
right?
And didn't get the proper grip on Bailey's second on her. I think it was her left.
Yeah,
and didn't get a right.
Which is probably why Michael Cole miscalled.
Yeah, that's why Michael Cole miscalled it.
Wow.
Okay. She got it, but she definitely got it though. But I definitely enjoyed the match, and I hope that they kind of drag it out a little bit, because I feel like with the chemistry that Bianca and Bailey have, who knows what they're going to be capable of. I don't think they should. I think they should kind of skip Hell in a Cell and kind of revisit this when Sasha comes back and have a triple threat between her, Bailey, and Bianca. But who knows with wrestling, things change at the drop of a dime. So let's move on to my favorite match of this entire weekend. It was Charlotte Flair, sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God!
Rhea Ripley and Asuka for
you couldn't even remember her name. Wow. That's how
I got caught up in a minute.
Now.
I got caught up. Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship match. This was 10 times better than the WrestleMania match.
Oh,
a million times better than that other clunky match on Raw that they had.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed this. I will let our resident Rhea Ripley historian aficionado, I will let Miss Jess, take
Rhea's
it from
my
here.
best
Talking
friend.
about Rhea, BFS with Rhea. We're gonna take it away, Jess.
Okay, so I love this match from start to finish. I think the way it started with Asuka and Rhea teaming up on Charlotte when she tried to bail out of the ring. Yeah. And they're like, nah, bitch, get back in the ring. We're going. We're doing this and you're not running this time. You think you're the queen? Get down. And I was like, yes, let's go. Rhea didn't look like she was overthinking, and I think that's the issue she's had with Asuka. I feel like she's been overthinking. She was also kept back in catering for 2 months, three months.
3 months.
So I mean ring rust, but she had a sequence of drop kicks that was killer.
Beautiful.
Oh my God. She has the best drop kick in the league. You can argue me on that. I don't care. But like the sequence, it was like she got one on Asuka, one on Charlotte, one on Asuka, one on Charlotte. And I was just like, ooh, this is one of my favorite Rhea Ripley matches I've seen in a while.
Were those drop kicks one leg drop kicks? Because I think they were one legs, or
there were some.
There were short ones too, and I feel she scanned one foot a little bit more than the other one.
Because it was almost it reminded me of Eve Torres' old drop kick, but except it was very like brutal and like powerful. It wasn't a pretty drop kick. Yeah, there you go. Brutality. Yeah,
I love the drop kick.
Hard.
I love when she does it.
I miss the Nightmare Lock.
I know. Well, we could talk about Charlotte and Asuka, but I said I wanted to say this on the show because I said it to Wade last night. I hate giving Charlotte credit, and I don't want to give her all the credit. Charlotte brings out a side in Rhea, and I think it's a confidence, which we see her confident every week. She's super confident, but in the ring, I feel like sometimes she tends to second guess herself. And with Charlotte, it's just go. But on the other hand, I feel like Rhea then brings out an excitement in Charlotte. So I think that's why their matches are so good. They bring this out of each other. Rhea's young and Charlotte is a vet, and together it's magic. And then you have Asuka there to take the pin, unfortunately. But I think even Asuka had good spots in the match. All three women had a chance to shine.
It's basically all three women got their shit in.
Yeah,
and that's what the match was. I loved a lot of spots. Everybody was hitting their marks. I feel this is the best match Rhea Ripley has had on the main roster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's had some amazing ones in the NXT. This is her best match she's had on the main roster, period.
This is my current favorite. It'll change next time she wrestles.
Unless she loses, then you'll say,
I hate this match. It's stupid.
Oh, you do not. Last night was not fun to be around me.
Yeah. It was bad. But
when I found out they were kicking off the show, I was like, really?
But what a way to open the show, though.
Oh my God.
It was a great opening.
Yeah, that was probably the best kind of that was the match to open the show. Definitely. It got everybody excited. It got everybody on their feet or whatever at home, but it really kind of pulled me in. I forgot about the whole WrestleMania part of Backlash because I was just so focused on the match or whatever. But my favorite spot in the match was when they were all three on their knees and they were just like boom, 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 and they worked their way up and they were still fighting and kicking and chopping and spinning back fists and ducking and running. And just that whole sequence of the three of them it reminded me of a Dragon Ball Z fight, but in regular slow motion. They were really going at it. They were really going at it.
They were tearing it up. They were. And it got so much to the point that Rhea Ripley got a black eye.
Yeah.
She posted on Instagram. She got a black eye. I don't know who did it.
She
probably Asuka.
Well, we watched the match again today, and she took a couple hard hits, actually took a hit. But when I did the meet and greet today, and I've seen her do meet and greets before and podcasts and interviews and stuff, she never wears makeup, but she had full face on today, and I think it's because of the black eye. Probably. She's never worn it in interviews and stuff like that. And she popped up and I was like, oh, you're in your ring makeup right now. This is cool.
This is different. But you know what the thing was? It was a great match. It had a weird ending. A very weird ending.
I felt like Charlotte was supposed to jump in.
What happened to Charlotte?
I wasn't even prepared. I was like, oh, Rhea did it. Okay.
So I'm not bugging then because it was weird. No. She stuck her foot out and she kicked her. So I'm like, okay, she kicked. She's going to get back in the ring. But I also feel like maybe Asuka should have or was supposed to knock her off, and then Rhea was supposed to catch her. But Charlotte being Charlotte can't take a hit from anyone. Gotta get the last hit in. I felt like she was like, well, let me kick her or whatever at least. And it was just weird that you hit her. It was she didn't run into your leg. You hit her. So how did you fall off the apron? Because even when the camera cut, it didn't look like she fell off.
Yeah,
No.
it didn't. It was weird, and now they're saying rumor is, which is so.
Is it the Lily theory? The theory is that Lily, Alexa Bliss's doll, possessed Charlotte because there was a moment in the ring as well earlier in the match when Charlotte like stood in the corner and just was like this to Rhea for like
remember that
5 seconds, like random.
Yeah, kept twisting her
and
head.
Like kept doing that. And like we know that Lily, I think Lily said the person's favorite color is red or something like that. And like there was something last week where it was like almost Bliss's call out to whoever the next person was going to be. And everyone, I was saying Charlotte from the beginning because that pulls Charlotte away from Rhea until the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And lets Rhea wrestle other people on the roster.
Which
I can see that though.
Which we want. I mean, I just think Rhea's title reign will end. I'm thinking by Money in the Bank because she's gonna be the one who gets cashed in on, not Bianca.
Yeah,
she will, and it's gonna make sense.
Sorry, Jess. I'm sorry. I hope
it's okay. No, she's gonna be the first.
Yeah, she's
her or Raquel are gonna be the first to drop.
Yeah, those two are going to be the first to drop.
But I see Rhea picking it back up or getting moved in the draft or something. Rhea's never going to be out of a title picture. I know that because she's.
And I don't think she should ever be out of the title picture. She's one of the women who needs to be in rotation, definitely because it is new blood, as we've seen in this match. This past Sunday, with the right people, Rhea can go. That match was phenomenal. I think that definitely. I don't know, something about that match from, I think maybe like about 4 or 5 minutes in, I was like, yo, they're about to tear this shit up. And it just was a constant, and the pacing of the match, there was a time where they kind of like rested for like a quick minute. But other than that, this match was constant, hard hitting spot, boot to the face, slam, clothesline, dump on the outside, moonsault, drop kick,
the suplex,
I don't know if I want to applaud this, but the camera work was better in this triple threat than the men's. Because the way that they shot the women's, I don't know. I feel like this makes sense to you guys. The way they shot it is the women were literally coming out of nowhere. Every move was from off screen into something, unless they were already on screen established. And like, that was super cool for me because it was like, oh my God, we have no idea where this is coming from. And that's what I want in a triple threat.
And you know what was cool about the triple threat? That's an interesting stat. There was only one breakup pin. Just one. That's it. Like you said, the match was very fast-paced and heavy hitting. Only one pin got broken up. Just one. And other than that, Rhea got the dub. That's what we all wanted. That's what we all said was going to happen. Thank God Charlotte didn't win. But
she's going to
eventually win the title. We're going to have
to. She's going to.
I want Shayna Rhea, honestly. That's what I want before Charlotte.
I want Naomi to face Rhea.
Wow,
there's so much.
I don't.
I know you don't, but it's still going to be a good match. It'll give Rhea something different.
Yeah, but you make a good point. We say?
Can we talk about the Becky Lynch factor? Because her husband, boyfriend, baby daddy is not on the same brand as her right now.
Oh, Rollins is on Raw, right?
No, SmackDown
and Becky's on Raw.
Becky's on Raw.
So when we go back to live shows, which is supposed to happen, July, October? I can't remember. What's going to happen to them when she comes back? Who's moving? Because if Becky doesn't stay on Raw, that we're not going to get Rhea Becky. And then she's going to go after Bianca? Or does Seth move?
I feel like I'm slowly becoming protective of Rhea. It's like I don't want her to face certain people because I'm scared that they're gonna let Rhea tap to the disarmer, and it's gonna annoy me because
you should better lose to that damn manhandle slam.
Something, I just for me, I feel like with what we've seen Rhea's capable of in this women's championship match at WrestleMania Backlash, I feel like what they've done is they've solidified her as a credible, not like flash in the pan champion. I feel like this has solidified her as a Charlotte, a Becky, a Bayley, a Sasha. She is a Trish, Melina, Mickey, Beth. She is a top tier women's champion, or she has the potential to be. So for me, I just find myself being so protective of her, and I don't want them to, bring Charlotte in and have her lose, bring Becky back and have her lose. I feel like it's time for the new era. Raquel, Bianca, Rhea. I feel like it's time for the new era. Although, we can still get that magic from Charlotte and Asuka like we saw. I just feel like Rhea definitely needs to. She needs to clean house. She's Rhea Ripley.
Let her run through the roster like she did on NXT, even though she ended up running through Charlotte, and then Charlotte took the belt off her.
Yeah, but still.
Rhea and Bianca are the new blood, and let them have a nice little run. I want to say, if you feel like you're going to sour on them, take the belts off of both of them at SummerSlam. But make it mean something. Make it be like, you know what? Their arrogance with the titles got them in the situations, and they both lost. So that's what
that's the best way to go about it. Definitely the best way to go about it.
And each of them has a different route to go with. Like you said, Rhea has to run through everybody on that roster. Bianca has to show she can hang with that roster because there's a lot of vets on that roster that she can go up against. I want to see her go up against the Natties, the Taminas, Sasha, Bailey again,
Naomi.
Naomi. You can have even Lana now has improved somewhat. The Riot Squad. You can have Ruby or Liv go up against.
They're just gonna eat the pin. They're just gonna eat a pin. Stop making the Riot Squad just eat pins every fucking other week. I'm over it.
But my whole thing is I feel like this is WWE's doing, and it's their problem. They have only booked certain women as credible competitors. So when you naturally put somebody up against someone, you know, like if you put like a Mandy Rose up against Bianca or a Mandy Rose up against Charlotte or Ruby Riott versus Charlotte, you automatically know, unless there's outside interference, that this person is going to lose. What I feel like they need to do is build every single woman up, with the exception of like Lana and, you know, Eva Marie, Vanessa Bourne, Aaliyah, things like that. Build everyone up as somewhat credible. This way, there's no. Because I remember there was a time in WWE where if it wasn't Michelle McCool, Melina, Mickie James, Beth Phoenix, or Victoria, those were the only people that were holding any kind of title. And we were seeing the same Molly Holly, the same 5 or 6 women over and over and over win the championship. And I feel like that's the kind of rut we got stuck in when we were all on the 4 horsewomen and the Bella Twins. That's literally all we saw. And I feel like the roster is so huge right now. We have so many women who out there who can go build them up as credible competitors. Don't let Charlotte Flair win everything. Don't let Bella win anything. Mia Yim
is sitting in catering right now.
Mercedes Martinez.
I feel like she's being punished because of her fiance, because there's a rumor that Keith Lee pissed off Vince. And that's why he hasn't been on TV.
Because it's pushed to stop that of nowhere.
And then like there's a huge rumor that Seth is the next Roman feud. So I feel like Becky's gonna go to SmackDown if she comes back. Because he's not gonna leave.
I don't want to see Becky.
I like Becky.
I don't know Becky.
I feel the more interesting matchup is her and Rhea.
I agree. I would love to see that, but
see, I don't though. I don't think Becky has chemistry with a lot of people. I just don't. I think her gimmick got her over, but to me, like she would have these great promos and great back and forth action, and the pay-per-view would come, and the match would be flat to me. You know, with the exception of like maybe her Sasha match. For me,
but like I said, Becky had a great reign. It's just she didn't have great competitors at the time. You didn't give her quality opponents. Like you couldn't keep throwing Charlotte out. See, that's why, agreeing with what you said, we need to establish 6 women at least. That's why I love when SmackDown had the SmackDown 6. It feels like I'm repeating strong. When they had the SmackDown 6, there were 2 women in the title picture, and the other 4 were in feuds against each other, and you could interchange between it and have everybody get their piece of the pie at one point. Why can't we have that now? There are 3 women who we're talking about right now. Why aren't there 3 other women that we can have in rotation? Give the Shaynas a shot. Give the Nias a shot. Give the Naomi. That's why I said I want Naomi to go up against Rhea. It's a contrast in styles. A very athletic person against a powerhouse. Give me these type of matches. Why aren't we doing this? WWE booking needs to figure this out. Hopefully tonight we get some idea of what's going to happen.
No, tonight we're going to get Eva Marie. That's what we're getting to. I hope you know that.
That's what y'all are getting. I refuse. I'm done. I'm not doing Eva Marie again. I did it once. I'm not doing it again.
No, I'm not doing that. Can I ask you guys a question then? Okay, we've WrestleMania Backlash is behind us. Who are now the #1 contenders for these belts?
WWE wise or realistically?
You tell me.
WWE wise, we all know that Charlotte's gonna pull the "well, you never pin me," so she's
Well,
gonna
where
be
were
next.
you?
Yeah, I also feel like as far as SmackDown, I don't know why I have a feeling they're gonna put Carmella up against Bianca because Carmella can talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's going to be the next move they make is putting Carmella against Bianca because Bailey's, was good on the mic, as troll heel Bailey. I feel like that's probably what's going to end up happening next. But I don't think that SmackDown has a number one contender because she just beat Bailey, but she didn't beat her clean. So I feel like they're going to drag this Bailey thing out. But after that, I feel like Carmella may be next in line for that shot because she really didn't do anything. She hasn't done anything since Sasha beat her.
Yeah, she was at
she lost her tag partner when they released Billie Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my thing. I'm sick of the reused stories and the reused feuds, but like they're not tying these storylines up ever, and it's just going.
As long as they keep the tag belt separate from the individual women's championships, I'm fine. That's my main complaint about it.
Absolutely. That's my main gripe too. WWE wise, if you were asking me, again, I'm gonna go for Raw. It's gonna be Charlotte and Rhea in Hell in a Cell, and Charlotte's gonna say, "You didn't beat me. You beat Asuka."
Then finally let Rhea get Charlotte in Hell in a Cell because let me argue, Rhea is the nightmare. Would Hell in a Cell not be an appropriate place for her to finally beat Charlotte?
Yes, they could have an approach
and have it be her. She's full nightmare. She's reached her full peak. They will not book her this way unless she, maybe she's convincing creative because I know creative was not really a fan of her once they put the belt on her. I know she's been taking acting classes. I know she's been working on a lot of her promo work and stuff like that. I feel like it's gotten better, but I also have a massive bias.
Yeah.
So I also have to look at that. I am very protective over her because that's my girl.
Yeah.
But
realistically, we just get ready for a Charlotte rematch.
Right. But I hope that they finally let her win. Because if you looked at all the polls, everyone wanted Rhea to win. On every social media platform, it was Rhea.
Yep.
Not Charlotte. And it was Rhea by like 50% of the votes.
Yeah.
So listen to the fans for once. I'm sorry. I know they won't.
And for Bianca, WWE wise, it's gonna be her and Bailey again. Not in Hell in a Cell, just a rematch of some sort. And then maybe if you wanted just for fun, throw Sasha Banks in there, and I wouldn't mind it because those two have unfinished business. Because Bailey did take shots when this whole feud started. You know how many times I've beaten Sasha? I've lost count now. So you can just revisit it and have her say, "You beat me, but you know what? I beat you and ended your reign." Like you can play with
Bianca could say, "Well, I beat you both."
Yeah, I beat you both. Exactly. Asuka's gonna take a break, so that's why I would like.
Asuka needs surgery.
Asuka needs a break in surgery because they said she needs to get her jaw fixed or whatever. So to give her that time off. If I were to give again, who I would like to see go up against Rhea, Naomi. Who I would like to see go up against Bianca, just for fun. And this is a shout out to Heck, just for fun. Mia Yim should go up against Bianca, and it would be very interesting. Just
they had a good match.
Cutting the line.
She can earn it. She can win a battle royal.
The line.
Have her win a
I
battle
said put
royal.
a battle royal. Yeah.
Oh, I would. Oh my God. Let's do a battle.
Oh, that's a good way. Battle royal. We haven't had
battle
those.
royal.
You know what? They shied away from those battle royals. At one time, they kept doing number one contender battle royals to the point where it was like, "Why are y'all doing this shit?"
That's when we saw them.
They stopped that. Yeah, they need to start doing that again.
Have a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Have Bianca sitting out in a chair.
Yeah.
As people running the gauntlet or whatever, and then that will be your next feud for Bianca.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
See now I'm gonna go look on Indeed and see if there's a booking job, and we're just gonna see if we can.
No, I think I get it first.
Yeah, you would.
We need to start making this a segment on WCW. It's called Book It.
Yeah,
I'm down. Yeah, we'll start doing that on the next show. We'll actually carve this into a segment. Yep. Yeah.
Gear corner and book it.
And book it. Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. So I think that kind of wraps up everything we had to talk about this weekend in women's wrestling as far as Impact Wrestling and WWE. Before we get out of here, Wade, can you remind everybody what we got going on with Battle Club Pro one more time?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, on May 29th, Battle Club Pro will be returning to Ridgefield Park at the Phil Sheridan Building. That's right, I said Phil Sheridan, I didn't mess it up. For a historic 2-show event called May the Franchise Reign. The first show is at 3, the second show is at 7. VIPs get in at 1:30, doors open at 2:15. If you are a VIP, you get a special meet and greet with the Icons champion Tasha Steelz and the tag team champions, the Sea Stars. It's going to be a tournament to crown the brand new franchise champion. 4 fatal 4-ways, 16 people. At the end of the night, we're going to have a new champion.
Ooh, this is going to be definitely an exciting event. Can't wait to, see you guys represent WCW to the best of our ability. Like I said, I really wish I could be there, but I know WCW is in good hands, and I know you guys are going to have a great time attending this Battle Club Pro event. You can get your tickets. The description will be down below in the comment section, or follow us on our social media platforms so that we can stay up to date with the Battle Club Pro event. Before we get out of here, Wade, where can we find you at on social media?
Okay, you can find me on social media. I'm available on Instagram at Wade Ilson with an _. I'm available on Twitter at Wade Ilson. If you would like to follow the other 2 podcasts I'm part of, because I'm Wade 3 pods now, you can follow Big Heck and Wade Adventure. Shout out to Big Heck on Twitter and Instagram. Just type it in, easy to find. And you could also find New Normal Wrestling on all social media platforms. We are part of the Fourth Wall Pop Network, where we like to hashtag make it pop. I have a TikTok I use every now and then. My dog is mostly posted on there, but that's pretty much all I got.
Our dog
that met Rhea Ripley as of this recording.
And Jess, where can we find you at?
If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Beetlejuice, like Beetlejuice, but Beetlejuice. On Instagram at Beetlejuice85. I am one half of the Scream Queens podcast, which is an all-female horror podcast in HHN. You can find us online. Just look for the Scream Queens. You'll see some vampire fangs. I'm also 1/3 of Squad on the Rock, so I am just 3 pods as well. And that is a topical podcast with my best friends where we get drunk and talk about a random topic that a randomizer picks for us when we hit record.
Oh, dope. That's dope. I didn't know. Okay. Okay. Randomize. That actually sounds like a really fun podcast. Drinks and friends and random conversation. We have to talk about that off air because I might want to steal that. You know,
I got you.
I like that. But you can follow me on all social media platforms at the Avatar RAJ on Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media. Type it in. If it comes up, more than likely it's me. Follow us on all social media platforms at WCW the podcast. Also, make sure to follow the Silver Site Network on all social media platforms, as well as our other various shows and podcasts. We have an open world vlog where we go to different comic book shops and nerd shops and just kind of hunt for whatever we can find as far as nerd treasures go, figures, collectibles, t-shirts, retro gaming, that sort of thing. We have the Silver Site where we do movie and television reviews. We have For the Lurcher, where we talk about things that concerning and surrounding nerd culture, Black nerd culture, just having a good time. Fellas just kicking back, talking shit, and having a good time. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week where we're going to cover, I guess, whatever the hell comes up because, wrestling is random and things change at the drop of a dime. So I guess that is it, and we'll see you guys next week. So later days.